Afternoon, everybody. We're wrapping some bales today. I think we got 40 acres down on the ground, and we're round baling right now. We did that outside tube lines from last year, and these two tube lines here are from this year. We're still working on this second one here. I don't know how many bales are down. I just got in today, so I think there's probably going to be about 50 bales. So we'll have a good day's worth of wrapping. I don't know if there's more mowed. Today's Monday. I was away this weekend, so I'm not exactly sure what's down. I didn't mow any of it, so I'll catch you at the field. We'll see what's down. So many bales we can get today. So many we can wrap. I'll show you guys how the wrapper works. There's a nice Anderson wrapper over there. So let me bounce to these pivot ruts. I'm used to that out west. These tracks. I'll bounce to these tracks. We'll get over to the field. I think we're about 2 miles away or so. I got two nice wagons, so I'm by myself. So I've been loading one, bring it back, grab the other one, load it, bring it back, unload both of them with the skid steer, and then fill up tube line, empty both wagons, and restart. So it works out well. It's not the most timely manner, but by yourself, you still can get some stuff done. And all these tube lines here, those are some junk bales. There's four tube lines from last year, and this one, I don't know. They must be last year's stuff. I wasn't here last year, so I have no idea. So now we're in the field. Picked up a buddy. Still not sure why I had to pick it up, but it was sitting next to a bale, so I figured it's not leaving the field. So after these two bales, I got two more to pick up. This field looks pretty good. It's a little rough. These are all new fields. I've never been in them before, so they're pretty nice. I'm using this back spear right now, and the front. So we're moving right along. I can fill a wagon in about 10 minutes. It takes me more time to get them here and back than it does for me to load them and unload them. Loading takes a little bit of time. That's kind of given. I got to transport around these fields, and I know over there's a bunch of wood truck bowls that I was playing dodging, and that wasn't too fun. But the bales look really nice. That's what matters. So we got about 60 acres to mow tomorrow. I'll be busy doing that. We mowed a little bit, maybe. He mowed a little bit, so there might not be quite 60, maybe 50. I know there's a bunch down the road here, so and then we're going a little ways from here, so we'll be busy doing that too. We got load number one hooked up right now. 8 bales on the wagon. No, that's 10 bales, sorry. They're pretty heavy bales. It pushes this tractor down hills pretty well. You just gotta go easy with it. So we got a couple, about a mile or two back, and we'll drop these, grab the other wagon. Round baling over there. Picking bales up over here. I'm doing pretty good. I got 6 on the wagon now. There's probably a good 45 bales here, if right now. No, maybe I got 45 total, so we're not doing too bad right now. These picked up. So there's no shortage on being busy lately. I've been going non-stop. I took a break this weekend. Not really a break. I had a family thing going on, so we're back to it. We've got about 180 acres, I think, left to do for here. And I haven't started anything at home. I know we planted corn. We're calibrating the sprayer today. I did not have a sprayer cup, so I have to find one to calibrate that. I probably won't be out in time to do that today. I don't know if my dad will be doing that. I got the calculator on my phone, so that should work out pretty well. So we got that to do. We got pre-emerge put down with that, with a little bit of pesticide treatment. We're being careful because we got to make sure we can still put a seeding down with grass in. So if we put too many chemicals down, not too many, but if we put certain ones down, it will affect the new seeding for next year, or for this fall. So we're thinking about that too. We got to kind of play that game. We already have what we have, so we should be fine. When we were picking out chemicals and stuff, that was definitely on our mind. It's about 3:30, 3:45 now. I'll probably be here until 6 or 7 o'clock. Well, probably 7 or 8 o'clock tonight, wrapping bales. I'm by myself, like I said, so we'll get a video of me wrapping here. It shouldn't take me too long. 20 bales really doesn't take long. It's the moving bales. I mean, moving bales is not quick. We'll try to do it as efficient as possible, but you can only be as efficient as possible. For the longer fields, we have a gooseneck here, so we could move bales to gooseneck, but luckily we've only been within a couple miles, so not even within, not too far, so we haven't had to use it, and we really don't have an extra driver, so it works out. Basically, me or whoever else stays on the loader and bales. We did use a truck one day, just had that many bales, and we had one extra person, so that helped out. Here we are down bale yard. 10 here, 10 here. Skid steer wrapper. I'll set you guys up. You can watch me wrap. I don't know how far. I don't know where to set this thing up, but we'll try to set you up somewhere. Maybe about here. So here's what we got out of that. Started about up there, right? Somewhere up there. This is from a junk bale. So you could hear it packing. Oxygen's getting sucked out. This thing does an awesome job. I like it. A skid steer up there. 7130. So we honk right along doing it. I mean, granted that took me 10 minutes to unload those 20 bales. If I go hard enough, I could do, you could keep that thing going nonstop. We did it the other day, but you have to have the right setup for it. Going around the wagons is a little tough, but if you have the right setup, you can really hammer down, and that's not even the fastest one you can get. You can get a lot faster. So unfortunately, there's nowhere really good to put my phone while I'm loading bales so you guys can watch. You're basically just gonna watch me load bales. There's about, we finished baling and he's going to milk now, my boss, so there's 45 bales left. Not sure how I got that one spot on, but I did. Trying to get a good spot so you guys will sit there and it won't fall. It's not deep enough. The field is not the smoothest of them all, but it's better than some of the other ones we've been in. So there's about 45 left. That means I got basically two cycles of wrapping. I might just put 11 on each, and then I'll throw one on the spear for one of them. There's just one. The hills next to the farm that I have to go down are not the most fun, so I try not to go skiing down them if I don't have to. And with more bales on the front, the more weight I got. This tractor has no problem with it. There's no issues. I just try not to go past the farm going fast. I don't like that. I also don't really like not having full control of the tractor. Of course, I use the brakes when I go down the hill. So, at home right now, we got to get the dishwasher serviced before we start. It's looking like next week we're going to be starting mowing hay. My dad wants to mow some this week, but I don't think it's a great idea. There's a lot of dandelions in the field, and these dandelions don't dry. You could play with them and play with them and play with them, and they just don't dry. So we have to get either a good couple days between now and then, and it seems like tomorrow, Wednesday's going to rain. Today's Monday right now, so Wednesday rains. Really can't do much right now, but I think it's going to be later in the afternoon. It's supposed to rain maybe over the weekend. We need the rain. It's good that we're getting it. It is still early for hay, so I'm not really in much of a rush. It doesn't really matter to me. There's a lot to do, so I want to get it done. Because in 35 days I'll be back here working hard again. I'm here basically full/part-time. Full/part-time means, when we're cutting baleage and we're doing that stuff, I will be busy here. There's no doubt about that. Other than that, I'll be here, but I won't be here as much as I am now. I do enjoy it. I like doing this stuff because we do not do baleage on our farm. Maybe eventually, I think we might, but I have the silos, so I don't really have the need to do much baleage, and especially tube line. I don't have a perfect tube line. If I have 5 silos, one's a high moisture corn, of course, so I could use it. I could swap it to make it and put haylage into it. Don't really see the point. Corn has not came up yet. It's not out of the ground. I gotta go check it today. I really haven't had much time. It's not out of the ground, at least. I would imagine it started to germinate. It's just not out of the ground yet. It's within a couple days from now, so almost there with that. I hope it came in good. I know Wednesday and Thursday it's supposed to get down 35 again at night. We just can't catch a break, can't get out of this winter weather. It's nice out in the days, but it's cold nights. I'm not sure if it's normally like this. I don't really know. I would imagine it is. You get some nights like these, but Who knows? I think the corn will be fine. I really think it will. It's not like it's getting anything past that. Last week it was 28 degrees. That concerned me a little bit. So I haven't had time to check the corn. I hope it didn't really affect it too much. I don't think it would. Being that it's not out of the ground yet. I really don't know too much about that. I'm sure you would be maybe more inclined on that stuff. Of course, like, this is new weather for me. Connecticut isn't much different, but it's much different. I mean, they mowed hay last week down there. I mean, orchard grass is headed out. Some of our orchard grass is headed out here, but not like it is there. It's very getting thin and tall. It's not what it's supposed to be. I mean, I think some of these people are mowing a little bit earlier than I would. But a head start is a head start on some of this stuff. And, you know, if you can get a little bit done, a little less you got to do later. So, I mean, people are doing it. I've heard the stuff is coming out really nice, too. It's like second cut. I can believe it. I mean, we've done hay early down there too, and it was like second cut. I sold it as second cut. You would have no idea. None of my customers did. I wasn't screwing them by no means. It looked like second cut, and I discounted it a little bit because I knew it wasn't. I didn't get my full price, but I kind of sat between my first cut and second cut price. I did tell some of them that it was first cut, but they liked it that much and they thought it was second cut. So I went along with it. I wasn't gonna say no to them. They liked it. They didn't mind the price. I try to stay pretty reasonable with my prices with hay. I kind of stay below everybody else, but I still like to make $1. I'm not out here trying to screw myself. I know some people are trying to make a fortune off this stuff, and you're not. I'm sorry, you're not. There's just not that market. I know some people at some places, and I've done it too. In some areas, you could get more money for bales. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But you got to find those people and find the area and kind of pick your poison. Some people really are really picky in those areas too. I've noticed that. I mean, you might get more dollar for it, but you might also have to live more of a headache. Luckily, all my customers are great to me. I have no issues with them. They have no issues with me. That's the biggest thing I like. Easy. I know some people, and they fight people over hay, and it's just a mess. Now, I don't sell baleage. I will. I'll just go buy it and resell it. I don't have the purpose for it. I don't have any cow customers. I've bought and sold some, but it's just not worth it to me to get a full load of it, especially when I was down in Connecticut. There really wasn't much baleage in Connecticut, so nobody needed it. So up here, I don't know. There's just so much of it. The market is flooded with it. I mean, if I look on Facebook Marketplace, I can find you 15 ads to one round bale dry hay ad, and they're only getting nickels over dimes. And for what it's worth, I don't think it's worth it to be doing it. If you had a direct buyer and they were willing to pay, sure, I would do it. But I don't have a round baler. I don't have a 2-blind wrapper or just a regular wrapper. I know with the 2-blinds it's tough because, you know, you have to be able to feed the hay out pretty soon or else it's going to mold. In the winter, you're a little better because it's colder. It won't get too much oxygen in it. But I mean, I move hay in the summer too, so baleage is kind of tough. So I like it. It's easy. Also, my gooseneck is not really meant to float it with bailage. I only have 7,000 pound axles underneath it. So if I put, I only got, 7,000 pound axles. If I load it, I mean, I'm overweight, and my truck is not meant for that. So we're back to the tube lines. We have 8 bales left to go get. That wagon's empty. I got this one full, 10 bales on it. I just did 2 loads of 11 and wrapped them before. So we got 1 wagon left. Drag it over to the field. We'll load it up. Wrap these for the night. We should be done by 7:30. So doing pretty good tonight. I'm by myself right now. Everybody's milking. So we are plugging away. You know, the worst part about being in here is you better hope these pins can come out, because sometimes it gets so tight because there's so much weight on these. Let's try this. There's so much weight. There we go. Watch your head on the bale screw. On to the next one. We got 10 on that, 8 on the next. Wrap. The worst part, driving. Got one on the road. You waste more time doing that. That is what's nice about my place. I have 100 acres behind my place. I mean, it's 120 total, 100 tillable behind our place. So it is kind of nice. There's no road time. Eventually, I will grow out of it, and I think that's going to be this year. I hope so. Sure hope I can grow out of it by this year. We got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff to clean. We're still cleaning stuff from moving, and I know we will be for, I'm sure, 5 years, and we're still going to be cleaning stuff forever. But I think my dad's plan for tomorrow is to move stuff from the dairy barn to the heifer barn, parts room, all that jazz. The other day, he was working on a sprayer, and one of the nuts fell off the swings for the boom. I think it's a 1-inch nut. I don't know, but when I was in Connecticut, I must have thrown out 3 5-gallon pails of bolts, nuts, nails, hardware, screws, etc. Just junk. We had so much of it, and I want bolt racks because I want to be able to find my stuff. I'm not searching all day for that little nut that I could have went to the hardware store and paid $1 for. Not even 50 cents. I can't be bothered. Don't get me wrong, I kept like 3 buckets and more. There's so much stuff. He was looking for one the other day and just couldn't find it. Gave up. Went up to the Amish mechanic. He had one, and he just gave it to us. So I was like, there you go. There's a good reason why I don't need more junk hanging around. I'm not saying that having parts and stuff aren't good to have. It's great to have, and I love having extra stuff. But if you can't find it, there's no use for it. You might as well get rid of it, because if you can't find something and you're wasting half your day looking for it, I mean, what's the point? I have another. I don't think it's a 790, but I think it's a 718 or something like that. It's an older control box for a forage harvester, or a full type chopper. Am I ever going to use it? Probably not. But I have it. It's my brakes, which is the correct one for the 790. I have one. I don't ever see myself using it. But if I did, or I knew somebody with something that would fit, it would work. I got a sprayer control box. And I could use that for just about anything if I wanted to. I mean, I just had to wire it correct, and I could make it work for anything. I'm not a mechanic, or no, I'm not an electrician, not a mechanic either. I'm nothing. So I'm sure I could call some people and I could figure it out if I really wanted to, but I probably wouldn't get myself in that situation to use it. But if I had to, I could. I know where it is, though. I know where some of this stuff is. It's just, there's some things I've gone through, and you just can't save. I mean, you're going to save something from a John Deere B that's probably not, it probably doesn't work anymore. I mean, I looked at a lot of parts and stuff, and I scrapped a lot. I mean, like hubs and not hubs, bearings and spacers for disc arrows. I mean, these were for specific harrows. We had a set of John Deere, I think they were 10s or 110s. They were a good harrow. I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't have a purpose for them. My Massey couldn't pull them. And they were too small for the white. At the time, I used them when I was doing sunflowers in Connecticut, but it worked. I didn't see the point. And then now my tractor, they're way too small for them, so I sold them. We got more money from what we paid for them 10 years ago. So, and then I was looking for a disc harrow, and I couldn't find one. I just couldn't find a reasonable one, and for 12 acres, I don't know. I can't justify that right now. I could pay somebody to come in for $22 an acre with a speed harrow, hit it one shot and done for $22 an acre. I couldn't buy one. I couldn't buy a harrow. By the time I plowed it, harrowed it, played around, this speed harrow does a better job. It's a one and done. It's a clean surface. You can plant right into it. And that's what I think I'm going to do for my corn ground this fall. And from here on out, because I don't think I could justify spending that money on a harrow that I'm not going to use. So leave it to have 5 bales left. Ran out of wrap. Have fun. So I brought one over. I didn't feel like going to grab what's gets there. They're right here. Brought them down with the truck earlier. So we try to do like 60 bales on a wrap. The 2 wraps. I guess they stay pretty good. I don't know. I am just doing what I am told. So we should wrap this up. That one's got a little bit left. You see the other one just has nothing. So we'll finish this thing up and we'll get wrapping. I just finished wrapping bales. Hook them all up for tomorrow. Walking up, clock out. Do it all again tomorrow, but tomorrow we're gonna mow. Stuff looks pretty good. Rougher ground, not very good. A lot of rocks, ledge, rough. So we'll have some good content for tomorrow. I'm gonna edit this video up tonight. So today is May 22nd. So tomorrow will mark 1 month I've been living here full time. So more adventures to come. It's been a great 1 month here.